Shalom YouTube, this is Yaz Magnified, coming back with a video. As promised, let's get to the testimony. I have my brother Michael on the phone. He about to let you know his story. The floor is yours, brother.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Brother Micah. First of all, I want to say all praises to the Most High, Yah. I also want to say, Brother Terry basically helped me out. You got to listen to him. He got a lot of frauds on YouTube that you got to watch out for, but we're going to get into that in a minute. First, I'm going to give my testimony. I was married to a young woman for about 6 years. And basically, she had people in her ear telling her that, you know, we wasn't supposed to be together, yada, yada, yada. But then, basically, you know, after years of hearing that, she decides to break up and do her own thing and leave with her offspring. So, long story short, we get a divorce. They tell me I'm going to have to pay, you know, and I'm just like any of you brothers. I'm like, oh, man, here we go. That's the end of my life. I'm not going to be able to see my offspring, yada, yada, yada. But I contacted several other people. You know, first thing I did was pray. I ran into Brother Terry, several others. They equipped me with the knowledge that I needed. And I sent I did our method, and it worked. But the thing you got to watch out for is, well, before I get into that, what you see on your screen right now is a notice from Cuyahoga County CSEA. It's a notice to income provider to terminate the withholdings of obligor, which is not an obligor. I'm a human. I'm a man. It says the withholding of obligor's income assets. And at the bottom it says you're notified to immediately terminate. Notice it says immediately terminate the withholding of the obligor's income or assets. You see, the method that we use is so effective and powerful that it can only come from the Most High. The method that we use is not like Amin Osiris's paperwork, Rick W's paperwork, that fraud with with Sil Bay's paperwork. Well, you got some other clown out here. I shouldn't even mention his name to give him the time of the day. He called himself a professor, but he still lived with his girl. He living with his girlfriend, living off her. Professor Gillian, Professor Philip Gillian. I purchased Amin Osiris's services back in 2015, and he proclaims himself to be the God of law. Yada yada yada. That's a bunch of BS. See, the Amin Osiris, he might know a little bit about law, just like a lot of these dudes, but they all have, you got to understand something about them. They all just to make a quick buck, because they tell you that it's not easy and, you know, it's hard, this, that, the other, but you got to understand that with the Most High God, He's going to handle everything. You got to understand that. And I hate to try to turn this into church or anything like that, but I'm just giving y'all the facts as they come. Amin Osiris cannot help you. He cannot help you. With several other people that feel the same way, they just not speaking up. His paper will not help you. You got Rick W. I contacted him before the divorce proceedings even started. And he told me that he specializes in divorce and family court and this, that, the other. I asked him how much for his services. He told me to display or give him a brief synopsis of what's going on in my court case. So I told him. So he told me, oh, just go there and tell them no. That's your property. I can understand where you're coming from, but you expect me, being a newbie at this information, just walk in there and just say, yo, that's my property, give them back to me. It makes no sense. A lot of these dudes are just regurgitating stuff that they already heard. And then you got the guy, I'm saving the best one for last. But you got Professor Gillian. He's a fraud. Do not deal with that man. He got a website called Politics and Money. I hate to even promote this man, if you want to call him that. But don't even bother with that man. He's going to try to get your bank account. He's going to try to tell you a whole bunch of stuff and how everybody else is a fraud. He's going to get on the phone with you and call several other different people who are in on his scam. And he's going to basically try to FaceTime you if you have an iPhone, and he's going to tell you a whole bunch of bull that sounds good, but it's not really the truth. He'll throw a whole bunch of law at you, and he'll try to overtalk you and try to overthink you and overstep his boundaries and tell you he wants to come stay at your house. Do not trust that man. He's 100% pure fraud. And I came up to this man. I don't know the exact dates, but I got all the messages and everything. I'm just basically up here freestyling. Excuse me. Wasil Bey, I came up to him in February this year, and I spoke with him, and I paid the man $1,000, and this is a true story. I paid him $1,000 for his paperwork. He gave me about 3 documents. He told me that, I would basically just have to be a man and yada, 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 get a pill box, and I would have to go to the child support hearing and just be a man and don't say nothing. The paperwork speaks for itself. And I'll be honest with you, I did shut down the so-called compliance officer, whatever he wants to call himself. I did shut him down, but it wasn't Wasil's paperwork. It was me doing that. It was the Most High through me doing that. Let's be honest. They kept coming back after me. All the paperwork he told me where to send it. He gave me like 22 people to send his paperwork to, and they all sent it back to me. You see what I'm saying? So then after that, I called the brother. I told him what happened in the child support hearing. He said, well, there you go, my brother. Like he did something, but he really didn't do anything. So then, after that, he told me, oh, you got to give me another $1,000. I said, another $1,000 for what? He said, oh, because my services are $2,000. I said, bruh, you told me when I first conversed with you that I only have to give you $1,000 for your documents. He said, no, but you're paying. He said, when you gave me $1,000, that was for my time. I'm sorry, that was for my documents. This is for my time. I said, no, I'm not doing that. At first I agreed to it, because I was like, I was desperate to get off, and I'm thinking that, he's basically going to free me. Then, I thought about it, and I'm like, nah, I'm not giving you anything. When I went into court with these documents, they looked at me like I was a damn fool. Real talk, they looked at me like I was a damn fool. I understand what he was trying to do, but it just looks like he pieced some stuff together. And also, his customer service was garbage. You understand? It was not immaculate like he's proclaiming to be. It took him like 3-4 days to give me my paperwork. And I kept calling him like, yo, I got to go to court this day. And it wasn't at a later time or anything like that. It wasn't like I was trying to rush him. It was just like, dude, I paid for your service. Where's my paperwork? And he was taking this good old sweet time, trying to put together documents that didn't even have maybe 4 sentences on them. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So Wasil's a fraud. He's 100% pure fraud. And then he's up here talking about he's a Moor, and he told me that he was an Israelite, yada, yada, yada. He don't believe in the Most High. There's a difference between believing in the Most High and being a part of the Most High. He don't believe in the Most High. He most definitely doesn't. Because he told me that witchcraft was cool to do. And the Bible specifically says that witchcraft is something you're not supposed to do. But I mean, if you're into that, hey, get into that. I know what I'm into, and I'm not into no damn witchcraft. And also he told me that, he wasn't concerned with, and these are all facts. These are all facts. He told me he wasn't into seeing brothers come together. He said he was just into filling up his pocket. And this is facts. He like I know I'm telling the truth. But I'm going to get off him. I don't want to talk about a fraud. This is a happy day, or night, I should say.
Yep.
And to you others that want to get off child support, you got to holler at my man right here. He knows exactly what he's talking about. You have to do your studying. Like I said, I'm not trying to turn this into anything religious, anything like that, because we don't deal with religion over here. We deal with facts. So you got to basically stay in this fight. You got to be a man. That you definitely have to do that. You can't be a punk if you're dealing with this, because they can basically pick you from a mile away. You have to definitely hold your ground. You got to definitely stop being your straw man. You have to definitely be a man. That's all you got to do. Be a man, and you have to study and read, and you're definitely going to get off. You have to have patience as well. But that's all I really got to say. I want to say praise the Most High, giving me this knowledge, putting the right people in place to do this, because I could not have done this without the Most High, without the people he have put in place. Like Brother Terry, he's telling you exactly the truth, and he's calling out these frauds like he's supposed to do, because he's 100% correct. No frauds over here. And that's all I got to say. Praise the Most High, and you will get off if you hold your ground and you just pay attention and listen.
But hold on, Michael. Hey, tell him how you met me.
And I met Brother Terry on with Phil's comment page. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in the comments talking about a date, because he said he had a court date. This is like back in I want to say February, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And excuse me, we was talking about the child support issue, and he said that, well, technically they already got you if you signed the marriage certificate, and that's something Wasil didn't elaborate on. So I asked for Terry's information. So he emailed me the number. We started conversing, and basically, in so many words, he was telling me Wasil was a fraud and that his stuff didn't work. At that time, I paid for Wasil's paperwork, and I'm just like, I ain't really trying to hear that. This, that, the other. I paid $1,000. This, that, the other. But he told me the next time he goes in, he's gonna get off child support. And sure enough, he sure did. He got off child support. So I'm like, wait, why is it that he just got off his, but I'm still on? If I paid $1,000 for Wasil's paperwork, what did he do that was so different from me?
Now you know.
now I know. I know Wasil's 100% fraud. It's like back then I'm looking like, oh, he talks a good game. Now it's like, nah, you're a fraud. You're definitely a fraud. I know 100% without a shadow of a doubt that man is a fraud. 100%.
Well, they didn't hear from me. I've been telling them that for a long time, but I told them I was gonna wait. I was holding you on the leash until this notice, until this day came right here. And like I told them, it was gonna come. It's here. So celebrate.
Absolutely,
Time to
absolutely.
celebrate.
Before we go, I want to say, let's not get it mistaken. So in case they trying to say some bull, let's keep it 100% honest. I'm John Mason on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Or not Facebook. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm John Mason.
Yep, John Mason. And I told him, I said, I got one of their clients that I'm gonna get free, and once it happen, we going clown. So there it is. Your word is life.
Duke told me 2 days ago, you're gonna get off, and it came to fruition today.
Yeah. Yeah, and they can see it. It's right on the screen. They can see it. They can read it for themselves. The date, July 11th, 2017. Clear as day. So, yeah. I already knew it. I gave them a warning before that. But now it's going to open their eyes. You know what I mean? And it's more to come. It's more to come. You know what I mean? It's more to come. But I ain't going to wrap you up, brother. Thanks for the testimony. I'm so happy. That I got somebody else besides me saying the exact same thing, and it worked for them like it worked for me. You know what I mean? So, yep. So, you got anything else you want to say before you go, or you good?
I just want to tell all the brothers that's going through the struggle: keep your head up. Don't stop the fighting. Keep doing it. Keep the fight going, and you will be free.
Yeah, all right. So, with that being said, y'all be blessed, YouTube. As my brother Micah said, continue to fight. So, shalom, peoples.